Bullies humiliate black boy. At graduation, unaware. He is a brutal fighter. Before we dive into this story, hit the comments and tell us your city or country. Let's see how far this story reaches. If you like the video, please subscribe. He walked across the graduation stage with quiet pride, but the whispers followed him, mocking his clothes, his dark skin, the way he smiled. A group of students in the front row laughed out loud, calling him garbage in a gown. The crowd didn't hear, but he did. Everyone thought he'd stay silent, because he always had. What they didn't know was that he'd been training in secret for years. Not with fists, but with something far more powerful. What happens when the quiet kid finally decides he's done being their target? Watch until the end. Malik had always been the quiet one. The kid who sat in the back turned in his work early and avoided drama. At Jefferson High, that made him invisible, or an easy target. His mother, a nurse working double shifts, taught him to lead with grace rather than anger. But grace doesn't protect you from hallway taunts, cafeteria accidents, or cruel laughter when you walk by. By senior year, Malik had mastered the art of silence. While other kids fought back or lashed out, he studied, watched, endured. He kept a notebook in his bag, filled with journal entries, fight moves he saw online, and goals no one believed he'd reach. He was going to graduate, he was going to college, and he wasn't going to let them break him. Not now, not ever. But even Malik didn't know that graduation day would become the moment everything changed. And the moment they'd finally see who he was. The gym was packed with families, teachers, and students in caps and gowns. Malik stood near the back, waiting for his name to be called. That's when it started. A voice behind him. They let him graduate. Another. What's next? Diplomas for janitors. Laughter. Too loud, too familiar. It was the same group that had tormented him since his first year. Sons of coaches, kids with wealthy parents, boys who thought cruelty made them powerful. As Malik walked toward the stage, one of them deliberately stuck out a leg, trying to trip him. He sidestepped without a word, never breaking stride. But his hands tightened at his sides. When he reached the principal, she smiled and handed him his diploma. He smiled back, but his eyes scanned the crowd. His mother stood in the bleachers, wiping tears. She didn't see what the boys had done, but he had. And something inside him shifted. After the ceremony, the bullies followed him to the back hallway where his parents hadn't yet arrived. "So, valedictorian," one sneered. "Got anything smart to say now?" Malik looked up slowly, backpack slung over one shoulder. "Actually, yeah," he said. "I've been waiting 4 years for this." Then he dropped his bag and moved. In seconds, Malik swept one boy off his feet and pinned another against the wall with surgical precision. He didn't throw wild punches. He didn't scream. Every move was clean, fast, and controlled. The bullies never expected it. They thought they were messing with someone weak. But Malik had spent years training in Brazilian jiu-jitsu at a local gym. He'd never told anyone, and never needed to, until now. Security rushed in, pulling students apart. Teachers stared, stunned. No one could believe what they saw. The quiet kid, calm and assertive, holding his ground without a word. Malik didn't need to win a fight. He already had. At that moment, he hadn't just defended himself. He'd dismantled the lie they believed. That silence means submission. Malik was escorted out, but not expelled. There are too many witnesses, too much truth. Word spread fast. The school board launched an investigation into the issue of bullying. One of the boys was suspended. Another apologized. But Malik didn't wait for justice. He had bigger things ahead. A full scholarship. A future he built with every quiet choice he made. He never fought to prove strength. He fought to remind them. Never confuse kindness for weakness. Today, he speaks at schools across the country. Not about violence, but about power. The kind that grows in silence, in pain, and finally, in rising. How many Maliks are out there? Just waiting to be seen? Drop your city and country in the comments, because every place has a story like this.